Good morning. Today I am cutting a hole in the side of my bus for the vent. Hopefully it looks okay on the outside. I think this is way too low. We are already off to a great start. So I did cut a little too much off of the hole, but it looks pretty good right now. Covered it with bitumen tape here, and then on this side you can kind of see I did some black caulking that I still had left over to seal it. So the next step is we're going to go ahead and take this block, put it about here or so, making sure we have enough room for the vent screws to come in here, and then we'll go ahead and insulate and panel this part. And if I would have thought more about it, I wouldn't have done this panel here. I would have waited to just do the whole thing, but it didn't really come to mind. Much better now. The hole was pretty messy, but everything looks clean now. And the refrigerator has just been plugged in. The cord is just long enough to go all the way to the inverter. So I've got an idea about bolting this down. I think I can run some bar through this and on through the other side here, which is slightly dented, but I think that'll fix itself. So I accidentally left my phone in Samantha's vehicle. I got a lot of stuff done. I took that bar that I was telling you about and went ahead and put it through the rear feet. You might be able to see them out there. The rear feet, and put, I think it could be 3/8. It might be 3/8 inch bolt through it with washers, and then went ahead and went on the underside and put nuts to keep them from moving. And this was partially Samantha's idea, because I had seen it before, but I didn't really think about it. These are child-safe locks to keep it from opening. There's a little bit of food in there right now. Keep it from opening on the road. This is supposed to cure for about 24 hours before it's used, so I'm letting it do that because the first set, I was in the parking lot trying to do this and I didn't have the AC running, and I think too much humidity built up inside the bus because it's not insulated, and the adhesive ended up just going kaput. It didn't work. These screws over here are actually bringing water into the vehicle. I didn't notice it until I was putting some of this insulation here in the wall, and I noticed that my hand was getting wet. I'm like, wait a second, where's this dripping from? So these are actually loose. Well, this one is like really loose to begin with. This one, I don't know how it got loose. It wasn't that loose before, but it is now loose. The rear ones, I believe, are okay. I don't feel any moisture. So what I'm gonna do is, with probably all of them at this point, when there's a day that it doesn't rain, it's rained every single day for the past 2 weeks here in Alabama, and I purposely picked this location because there wasn't that much rain compared to Florida. But I guess this is like the one time in the entire year where it just rains like crazy. So I'm probably gonna end up going ahead and backing out all of these, and then maybe having Caleb help me pop in some cedar underneath. And that was his idea, to help make sure that the panels don't fly off. But also go ahead and seal, put some caulking around it. That's what I'm gonna do in the meantime, like for right now, because I don't have much of a choice. I don't want it dripping water. I did the caulking. I'm like, wait a second, it's not dry enough for it to work. I don't know why I wasn't thinking about it, but I'm just gonna use the butyl tape.